Simon, what do you make of Saul Campbell's comments? That suggestion, really, that maybe Slot was quite fortunate. Some people are lucky, he says. Arne Slot inherited a fantastic side and won the league. He hasn't changed much. He's lucky. A new manager, good bounce, players responded. Arteta had to get rid of some players, the deadwood. So he's saying, compared to what Arteta's had to do, Slot's been fortunate, according to Campbell.
Well, yeah, I think there's nothing controversial about that to some extent. If you've brought no players in and you've had no battles to fight and you've had to not convince the dressing room to follow you, then you've had some fortune. And that's a tribute back to Jurgen Klopp. And I sort of made the same observation last week. The battles that Arteta had to fight were slightly different. I mean, he did advocate for, Aubameyang to have a new contract, didn't he? And then had to deal with the ramifications of the attitude that was exhibited after he got his new contract. So you can't necessarily say that Arteta broke up the dressing room when he, in fact, created some of the reasons why the dressing room needed to be broken up. But I look at it and think that there is an element of what Sol Campbell said that is probably accurate. I do think that we're seeing Slot now having to reassemble a Liverpool side because for a very selection of reasons, one through tragedy, one through a player wanting to leave and go somewhere else. He's having to rebuild the Liverpool side. There's challenges coming on about some of the things like Mo Salah not getting involved in tracking back and helping out new defenders in the side. That is becoming a little bit more controversial. People were having the balls to say certain things about Mohamed Salah because he was a protected characteristic. You couldn't ever criticise him previously. So I think there's something in what Sol's saying, but I also think you make your own luck. And he could have also been not particularly effective, gone into a dressing room that was perfectly capable of being successful and turn it into an unsuccessful one. So you have to give Slot lots of praise, and you also have to recognise the landscape that very rarely do you come into a dressing room when there's very little wrong. You can make the argument that Liverpool tailed off under Klopp. They didn't do what people thought they were going to do, which was kick on. And that may well also be because Jurgen Klopp created a vacuum by saying he wanted to leave as early as he did.